Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buffaloes will put total leather to crank us up. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Leaves it with the running back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Fires one high and deep. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cougars!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter, and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll try the run. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
And a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds him out of the backfield. Touchdown, Cougars. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got a man. It's DeMarco. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. Finds a little space. Across the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Takes the easy throw in the flat.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
And the Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's complete to the left. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. On 4th down, going to the air. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll leave it with him. He's in open space downfield. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Well, this defense is going to mix up their looks against this quarterback, playing some zone. That time it was man coverage, but they also brought the blitz. So they're just trying to keep this quarterback on his toes.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical 3rd down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
And the Buffaloes will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Into the end zone. Intercepted. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making...
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives surprised they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Fires left. Fires it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And, you know, if you're the receiver there, you just want to know where the sticks are. Maybe extend your route a little bit more so that you know you get the 1st down after making the catch. 4th and short now. Let's see what they do.
Despite coming up short on the previous 2 4th down attempts, this offense will try it here again. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Man, you see this at all levels of football. It's the hardest play to stop. I think everybody's yelling in the stands, QB sneak, QB sneak. It doesn't matter. You know it's coming, but it's so difficult with all those guys, all those bodies to try to stop that quarterback.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running to Green. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
To the air on first down. Flips it out in the flat. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up for a second down play. Offense changing the play. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown. Wazoo! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Johnston. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the tailback. Shakes off the defender. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnston. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The run from the shotgun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnston. At the 20, he's got space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the play fake. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And talk about aggressive play calling here offensively. Down close to the goal line. On first down, you try to throw it. It goes incomplete. Second down, you try to throw it again. And now you get sacked, so you're almost forced now to have to do it on 3rd down, too. Whatever happened to just running the football down the goal line and just trusting your offensive line and trusting a ball carrier to find a way?
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. From the gun. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bucs.
Man, 4th and goal. You're backed up a little bit after a couple bad plays, and you make the play. You needed it. You find your receiver, throw it up. He goes and gets it. What a play by this offense in a critical moment.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to UTSA. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Finding open areas. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And some room to work. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down. Picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. defense and call for the false start. Washington State will have to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. What a terrible, terrible shank. Off-play action on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Boom. Looking for a gap. It's Johnston. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man. Touchdown, Colorado! And the comeback is on.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete as he threw the helium ball trying to float it in.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Right on target this time. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those.
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it. And he will score.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnston. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the catch on the left. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Lanier. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Buffaloes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Johnston. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got him downfield. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points.
Turning it on. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire for the ball carrier.
And you've got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the big fella. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Lanier. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnston. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Got a man. It's Lanier. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Making side adjustments here. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Cougars will try to run out the clock in this final minute. Motion from the wideout. Handoff from the gun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. If they knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.